So for supper, we are doing a Parmesan garlic chicken. I do it over pasta. That is also what the recipe calls for. This is in the crock pot. It takes 2 to 3 hours on high and 4 to 5 on low. So I'm gonna start this now. It'll be ready for supper time. You go ahead, you put the sauce in the crock. I'm gonna add milk to this. Cup of milk. I always use a measuring cup because I don't trust putting it into the bottle and it not doing enough. I'm not one of those people that can multitask when it comes to cooking. And I suck with editing, so this is what you guys are getting from me. Take it, mix it, throw that in there. As you can see, it's starting to clean that out. I'm gonna go ahead and throw, this calls for Parmesan cheese, but any cheese really works. Go ahead and, we're just gonna do the whole bag because I like me some cheese. Throw that in there. I should have done a little bit less, but you know, who doesn't like cheese? Got more in our bottle. Mix her up, guys. Throw that on top. And then our last bit of the cup into the bottle. You want to make sure you get all that Parmesan out. Like that. And then we also throw in a block of cream cheese. I get this kind, I can't pronounce it, Neufchâtel or something. I have no idea. It's just less fat. It melts easier than regular cream cheese does. Normally the same price. Especially for like soups or meals in the crock pot. I personally think that it does the same thing. It's just slightly more obnoxious, you know, get out of the little wrapper that we got here. Like I said, I do it over pasta. I'm going to either do a vegetable tonight for supper or garlic bread. I'm kind of thinking garlic bread. I know that's like a lot of garlic though, but garlic's good for you. Obviously, everything's good for you in a moderation sense. So we're just gonna take this, cube her up, well, cut strips off so that it's easier to melt. That's the purpose of doing that. It just makes it easier. Throw it in there. Let me know if there's a specific recipe that is your favorite. I'm always interested in trying new recipes. And then it says to mix it around a bit. So we're just gonna go in, get everything mixed in a little bit. The cheese, the milk, the garlic sauce, and the cream cheese. I use frozen chicken breasts. You can thaw them, you can get them portioned, whatever. We purchase our chicken in bulk and we portion them at home. So 2 pounds of chicken, cup of milk, a thing of cream cheese, a cup of cheese, and then the Buffalo Wild Wing Parmesan garlic sauce. Again, all over pasta. If you have busy lives, this took me a couple minutes. Throw it in the crock pot, turn it on high. It'll be done in 2 to 3 hours. If you want it longer, do it on low for like 4 to 5. I'll link the recipe from where I found it on Facebook down below. Alright guys, it has been almost 6 hours. I don't know why it took so long. Probably because my chicken was frozen. but we're going to give it a look, see if it's done. It's starting to brown. So I'm gonna go ahead, at least turn it down so that it stops being so freaking hot, you know. Mix it around a little bit. I always pull the chicken out, throw it on a plate, cut it up into small bite-sized pieces. This is done. So with that being said, I'm gonna throw this back in here. And we're gonna get some water in the pot for the noodles. All right, we got the water on the stove. Throw your seasonings, or don't, into your pasta. I just use pepper, and every pasta I make, we put hot sauce in. Ugh. Oh. Also, the dogs heard the water running for the water, and they wanted some. So I had to do that. All right, water's boiling. We're going to get started pulling chicken apart. Honestly, there's a bunch of different ways that you can peel, like, shred chicken. This is just a way that I have always done. It's fairly quick, fairly easy. Just take it, stab it, start pulling it apart. You will know when the chicken is done. Do not eat raw chicken. It'll just fall apart. But this is one of my favorite recipes that I have found. I absolutely love it. Make sure we are stirring it around, getting it all coated when we're throwing it back in the crock. Flop it out, cut it up, shred the chicken, guys. Make sure it's to your desired size. No piece is gonna be the same. I don't care. I'm only worried about my nephew because he is 3, so obviously you'll want to make sure that it is small enough that he's not going to choke on it. I do make sure that I go through his plate and cut it up just in case I missed a big chunk, but you just go slap it back in there. Make sure you're getting all that sauce back into the pan off your plate. About half hour ago, I pulled it apart into smaller chunks, but not, you know, this small, so that it could finish cooking the rest of the way. I know some people say that you shouldn't, like, contaminate chicken with other things, but as long as it's hot enough and as long as it cooks long enough, you are not going to get sick by putting raw chicken into a crock pot, guys. This is the first full cooking video I've ever made to date. So definitely let me know how you guys feel about it. Got a couple more pieces to chop up. And then we should be good to go until the water is ready. I'm going to do a couple that are cut and some that aren't cut for the videos, just to play around with it. So I believe this is 6 or 8 servings, because you use 12 ounces of pasta, I believe. I don't remember the exact amount. I'll have to look at the recipe. But I can smell all the garlic, and it is making me so freaking hungry. I love this meal. Normally, I try to do a side with it, but, well, with most meals, I try to do a side, but I feel like garlic bread would be too much garlic, and I don't know if a vegetable would go right, so tonight we're just having our garlic chicken over pasta. Alright, this looks pretty good. Alright. We got our water boiling. I looked at the recipe and it said 12 ounces of pasta. This box is 16, So just take it. I do not measure pasta. 16. Mix it around, and then I always take the forks that I was using and stir it in there since the chicken is cooked fully. Give that pasta water some flavor so that your pasta tastes slightly better. Mix it up, let it cook, guys.